The issue of Lord Ali's donations to Keir Starmer doesn't seem to go away, and the story needs to be unpacked. And the row stems from a Labour peer giving Keir Starmer money to buy new glasses and kit himself out, and his wife's personal shopping, his shopping for Victoria, as reported in the Sunday Times. And the donations were meant to cover personal items like clothes and alterations, particularly during and after the Labour Party's election win in July. And the donations were declared, albeit after some delay, which has sparked criticism. Starmer's team reached out to parliamentary authorities after receiving advice to ensure compliance with parliamentary rules, apparently. The Prime Minister clarified his stance, stating that MPs must declare gifts over a certain value, ensuring transparency. These rules serve to show the public who gave what gift and why, and he's defended his position, suggesting that banning him from receiving gifts would be pushing it a bit too far. However, the additional issue is the access that Lord Ali has got to 10 Downing Street as a result of this, though his defence is bolstered by comments from Pat McFadden, the Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster, who described Starmer as a man of enormous integrity and highlighted that the delay in declarations was due to the advice-seeking process, not misconduct. Another part of the controversy revolves around Starmer's acceptance of pop concert and football match tickets, which included gifts of hospitality, particularly from clubs such as Arsenal. Starmer, an ardent Arsenal fan, made a practical argument for accepting such gifts, pointing out that his security situation prevents him from attending games in the general stands, leaving hospitality as his only viable option. While opposition MPs, particularly from the Conservative Party, have called for investigations into Starmer's dealing with Lord Ali, the Parliamentary Commissioner for Standards confirmed that no investigation would take place, a decision that undoubtedly relieved the Prime Minister's camp. But the broader conversation extends into how political figures and their families present themselves, with David Lammy echoing that politicians often rely on donors to help them look their best, a practice that is standard across both major parties in the UK. And the crux of perhaps the most recent British Prime Minister wouldn't have needed so much help. Boris Johnson certainly needed help. And Liz Truss, well, the less said about that, the better. But I think it's perfectly reasonable to expect that Starmer and those who go with him should be properly costumed. But it is basically wearing the uniform, and that uniform should be paid for. And I think, arguably, it should come out of the national purse rather than relying on donations. The crux of the situation lies in the fine line between proper declaration and perceived privilege. And Starmer has been forthright about ensuring that all gifts and donations are declared in line with parliamentary rules, maintaining that transparency and integrity are central to leadership. And indeed they are.